All right, Shalom. Want to start by saying, Call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick. So, couple inspirations through the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Brought this video on. One thing, a brother sent me a video, and it was the Apostle Zahar speaking. I think it was an old video, but the brother has a social media page where it's like animated, and it basically shows Israel in their glory from the Lord. And it makes you think about the promises that the Lord has promised to the seed of Jacob. All right, and what you see happening now with all of the shit going on with the war stuff and what's happening in our land, in the land of Israel, it sets a precedent to telling these Amalekites they don't have to get the fuck out of our land soon. All right, and now the world is about to see how those people in Israel right now aren't the real Israelites, and that the people that have been saying that they're Israelites and people have not been believing it, or people have been scoffing it, so on and so forth, they're about to understand that we are the real Israelites. All right, but I'm reading something real quick. Lord willing, be edifying. So this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 17, and it reads, "The Lord thy God, Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save." Because what's about to happen? It's about to get real chaotic right here on the streets. It's going to get chaotic in the earth. All right? So the Lord, Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, has promised his elect, starting with his elect, the remnant of Jacob, he's promised them that they're going to be delivered up out of all the coming chaos that's about to come. Because what it said, well, enemy shall come in like a flood. I shall lift up a standard against them. That's what they're about to do. You had, and this is not even towards the brothers, but this is just towards Esau, towards his end. They said that the Congress is talking about a bill to where that the VAs are going to be treated a certain kind of way depending on the political party they support, right? You have Esau, through the elites, having this American government say that these college universities will lose their funding if they become anti-small hat or anti-Amalek, whatever. So it's like, these things happening is clear proof that Esau is ruling, for one, and that we're at the end of his rulership. But with all these things happening, especially with this war shit going on, and now you got they're going to end up bringing out the MOTB, that's going to be the end of this kingdom. So if people don't understand, it's like, yeah, the war going on with Israel, Iran, that's good. That's great, actually. We love it. All right? But when the glory comes from the Lord to the Israelites, all the prophecies have to have done their full course. They haven't issued out the MOTB yet. So the true believers, the true worshipers know and understand that, look, all right, yeah, the whole thing's going on is good, but we need them to bring out this MOTB. Now, they're coming along doing, they're going to do it. It's prophecy. But we know that Israel and Iran going to war was not the end all be all, because hold up, matter of fact, let me get a quick precept. All right, here we go. Ah, shit, I forgot. I don't got my hotspot on. Anyway, I'll read this. So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and this is at verse 6, and it reads, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars." Because what are you hearing right now? All these nations, all these heathens, they're talking about going to war with each other. Pakistan talking about they're going to attack Israel, the small hats. America talking about they about to join the war with Israel and Iran. You got Russia and Ukraine going to war. You got all these things happening. All these things happening, and simultaneously at the same time. Shit is ongoing. Now, mind you, the Russia and Ukraine war, that's been going on for 3 years now. The whole thing with Israel, Gaza, now Lebanon, and now Iran, all that, it's been going on for a good 2 years. So with that being said, the Lord said that you won't see these things, and he says, and ye shall have wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. So you should not be troubled by this. And you got these Christians, you got people that talk about they believe in the Bible, they believe in the God of the Bible, but here it is, they're not talking about they're happy about what's going on right now. That's why the Lord said, well, then shall you know who my servants, then shall know who my chosen is. You shall know who the true worshipers are of the one true living God, whose name is Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Those are the ones that's talking about it. Those are the ones that's praising him about it. Those are the ones that's rejoicing about it. The Lord said, rejoice and be glad when you see these things. So we keep saying, oh, Iran attacked Israel, Israel attacked Iran, Russia, China, everybody talking all these wars and rumors of wars, and we go into the NLT, it says wars and threats of wars. So you got a bunch of threats of war happening, you have wars happening already. So that would mean that Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is faithful and true in what he said when he said, I declare things that are right. When you see these things on the earth. He said that during the Roman Empire, we're still on a branch of the Roman Empire. America is an extension of the Roman Empire. All right? But he said, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So now we see Iran and Israel fight. It's good, and it's a sign that we're close to the end, but it's not the clear end yet. Because at the end of the day, these devils still have to usher out the MOTB. They still have to usher out that Marco C hit. And when they do that, that's when we're going to know to really rejoice and really crack open that good wine. Crack open that good strong drink. And also, too, that's when we're going to know that, hey, the persecution is going to come. Because once they come in with the MOTB, if they haven't started persecuting the prophets already, it's going to soon come after that. Because the order of it says, wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes, beginning of sorrows, and then they shall cast some of you into prison. I think that's verse 7. That's verse 9. They shall cast some of you into prison. So that means that the Lord made good on his promise. They're going to cast some of you into prison for what? Speaking out against their government, speaking out against their system. The same thing we're doing now. And out of that, at the end of their shit, they don't want to have these niggas on the streets talking about, yo, yeah, that's Esau. Yeah, that's Amalek. Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. They don't want to hear that on the streets. They don't want that on their airways. They don't want that on their internet. But yet here it is, the Lord, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, still has his name surfacing out through the earth, on this internet and out there on the highways and byways. And these devils can't stop it. But yeah, so let me go back to that. And now, and the true prophets, the elect, once all these things are said and done, this is going to happen next. So it's the book of Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 17, and it says, the Lord thy God, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, in the midst of thee, so he's in the midst of us right now, the ones prophesying in his name in sincerity and truth. He will save, he will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. Who is thee? The Israelites. First and foremost, the elect. And as time goes on, and as these prophecies are coming to pass, that's how he's rejoicing over the elect. Because we're seeing these things and we're rejoicing and we're happy. We're knowing that the spirit of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is working and working strong. Look what's happening over there right now in the Middle East. All that in the valley of Jehoshaphat, where the Lord said, yo, he's going to sit and judge all the heathen around about. All the heathens are joining up to gather up in that land. You got China talking about they sending stuff to Iran. America talking about they about to start sending stuff to Iran or to the Middle East, to Israel, whatever. Same shit. All right? Verse 18 of Zephaniah chapter 3, it says, I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee to whom the reproach of it was a burden. Verse 19, behold, at that time I will undo, behold, we're the sorrowful ones, but it says, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee. He said he will undo all that afflict thee. Who that afflicts Jacob the most? The small hats. Who is the ones that funded the slavery? Who is the ones that own everything now? Who is the ones that own the music industry? Who are the ones that own the sports industry? Who are the ones that own everything, that the properties? When you go to pay your rent, more like you're paying a small hat. All right? It says, yeah, but I will, behold, Zephaniah 3:19, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Now that video the Apostle Tar was talking about, he would talk about, like, even on this side, the 7 women shall cling on to one man. That's going to happen on this side. It said the praise and fame in all the lands you were put to shame. What's the main land we've been put to shame at? Is in America. Babylon the Great. The Lord said you should be redeemed out of the earth. Where's the bulk of the men of the Lord? Where's the bulk of the truth come from? America. Where's the bulk of the deliverance going to come from? America. And even in all the places we've been scattered. But especially here in America, where a lot of the Israelites are. And it says, and I will gather them, I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Verse 20 says, at that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth. That's the title of the video. I will make you a name and a praise among all the people of the earth, all the heathens. And how's he going to do that? When Yahawashi comes back, first and foremost. When Yahawashi comes back, who is he going to deliver? The elect of the Israelites. So all these nations and all throughout the 4 corners of the earth, they're going to see it, because all the Israelites that's scattered. And first and foremost, when they just see the deliverance, period. It says, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord. Well, we in captivity still. And don't let nobody misguide you. We are still in captivity. Because I still got to get my black ass back up tomorrow and go to work to do some shit I don't want to do. And most brothers have to do the same. Period. We're still in the land of our captivity. Even if we're older, and, like, got some brothers that might have a lighter or a better workload, but we still have to get up and go to work. We still have to get up and serve servitude. But the Lord said, I'm going to turn that back. And he's doing that every day. As every day, he's shortening the days. You see that we almost at the end of the week. Well, in the middle of the week. We almost midway through the year, 2025. And through the last, week and some change, you had what? Israel and Iran started to go to war and been going back and forth ever since last Friday. Last Thursday to us. And the Lord said, what? I will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And Amalek been at the start of these current wars and skirmishes that was involving the whole earth. It's all involving Amalek. Period. That's why the Lord said, I will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And in the midst of that, Amalek, the one saying that they're the children of Israel, they're being proven to be not. You got these fucking small heads. They're fleeing from the land of Israel now, especially from the capital of Tel Aviv. They're fleeing right now because Iran is bombing the shit out of them. But what happened to no man? They should not. No one should make thee afraid. Why are you leaving the Holy Land? Jerusalem, Israel, that's the Holy Land. How are you letting these fucking Persians allow you to be rooted out? If you were the Israelites, you was already rooted out and you were back in the land. How you doing another Exodus? That's not prophecy. That's not prophecy. But hey, we about to get up. We about to get up, man. We about to get domain on the earth, starting with Yahawashi, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. He's sitting up at the right hand of the Father Yahweh. He's waiting to cast judgment on the earth, man. Actually, he's casting judgment on earth right now, but he's waiting to be seen. Every eye shall see him. And that's what we're waiting for. That's the day that's approaching, to where Yahawashi is going to come off of the right hand of the Father Yahweh and come down to the earth, which he have created, and judge all the inhabitants of the earth, starting with 2/3 of our people and then the rest of the nations, man. So, with that, I'm going to say shalom.